Hello there. What is going on, everyone? Today we're going to be doing a build using Tabletop Admiral, and we're going to be putting together an AAT list. And also I have a giveaway winner to announce at the end of the video too, so happy Valentine's Day to you guys, and thank you for all of the comments. Next giveaway will also be starting here in a couple of days also, so if you don't win this one, don't worry too much about it. Alright, so I'm using Tabletop Admiral today. Fantastic site. Be sure to check them out if you haven't already. They are quite amazing. Now, to use the tank, since it's not out yet, you're going to have to do a pre-build. You're going to want to make sure you click this box up here that says Show Unreleased Units and Upgrades. It's as simple as that, and all of a sudden, boom, now you've got a whole bunch of stuff. Now, I'm not really going in to the Special Forces just yet in this build, but I am going to be focusing a lot of this build on the tank. One of the things that I really like about this is one of the pilots that we're going to put on here. Plus, I mean, the fact that it's just awesome and very iconic and thematic, and I really got that Naboo terrain for a reason, and I really want this thing rolling down the streets of Theed, sipping on gin and juice. All right, so here we go. We're going to add the AAT Trade Federation battle tank. Now at 170 points, obviously this is going to be a very expensive vehicle, and we're not going to, at least in this build, going to be able to run Grievous and Dooku at the same time. So I am going to just run a single commander, but let's build out the tank first, and then we'll kind of get to everything else in the build. So for the pilot, we've got a couple of options. We've got the T-Series Tactical Droid, gives you Field Commander. We've got Lock Durd, who gives your stuff suppressive, and then we've got the OOM Series Droid Pilot, which gives you Coordinate Droid Trooper. Now this one is my favorite one, since I said in this particular type of build I'm not using Special Forces just yet, because I kind of want to wait for them to get spoiled with a little bit more clarity and detail. I figured this is probably the build we're going to be more likely to use once the tanks come out. So what we're going to fill up our list with is droid troopers, are those core. So to have that B1 line going, this is the droid that really attracted me, because I'm able to now just issue an order to the tank and then start my chain of B1s. And that is going to be very, very fun. Of course, we are going to be vulnerable to Signal Jammer, but you're always vulnerable to Signal Jammer. So you got to hope that this tank can kill maybe a Tauntaun before it comes in and tries to mess you up. So we've got two ordnance options here. And as a tank that has both Barrage and Arsenal, we want to make sure we've got some options for that, because hey, Barrage is cool. Like, you don't even have to. Like, it is definitely an option to not put any shells on this particular tank if you'd like. But I really like the idea of looking at these and saying, hey, they have cycle, so let's use some of the new keywords. I'm going to go with the high energy shells for this particular build, and I'm only going to use the one shell. I'm not going to load it up with, I'm not going to fill out every single slot. The reason for that is, well, it's expensive, and I think this is the one I'm going to use most of the time. So what I can imagine doing is doing an arsenal shot, maybe if I've got somebody that's got dodge tokens, or somebody like Darth Vader that maybe wants to spend a dodge to gain that deflect. Well, they're not going to be able to spend the dodge, because we're going to have high velocity in both the high energy shells and with the MX-8 artillery laser cannon. So with that, that's going to be really, really good against anybody with dodges. It's also going to be a really big, strong attack pool that's going to have critical 3, which is maybe a little bit too much critical, but that's super fantastic. So I think this is just going to be like that hero. And it's distance 4 too, and you're a huge base, so like this is just an awesome shot when you absolutely positively got to get some damage on somebody. This is the pool you want to roll: 6 red and a white, with hopefully a reroll. Hopefully you've got an aim. If you won't have to do AI attack, hopefully. And if you don't, then on the alternate turns while you're waiting for this thing to reload, then you just shoot that MX-8 laser artillery cannon twice. And you're rolling 8 dice that way against but however, it's going to be against 2 different targets, so if they're behind cover, you're going to be losing extra dice that way. So you don't have to do that. And if somebody gets closer to you, then maybe if they're in range 2, then you fire your anti-personnel lasers and the MX-8 artillery laser cannon if you can get somebody at range 2. So that's for the fun. Now, I'm not going to pick the next ordnance. I'm going to leave that one empty. But what I do want to also add on here is linked targeting array. So this way, when I get the order, which I'm going to plan to do almost every single time, once I get that order, then I'll have the aim built in, good to go. All right, so that's the tank. That's 190 points. That's more expensive than Grievous, but not more expensive than Dooku. So speaking of Dooku, Dooku is going to be my commander for this one. So let's go ahead and build out Dooku with everything that I want to put on him. I'm not going to fill up all 3 of his force slots in this one. I'm just going to give him force push, and I'm going to give him force reflexes. And I'll also give him aggressive tactics. So I'm going to leave that other force slot empty. And one of the reasons for that is, well, we're going to be pushing the points pretty high with this particular build. So can't have absolutely everything. And, that makes sense. All right, so we're going to be running a B1 battle droid chain. And, of course, it's going to start from the tank. That's basically what I'm going to try and do. I'm going to try and have it start from the tank. And so if I am successful in having it start from the tank, then I can take the B1 battle droids and then keep the chain going. And I will start with a radiation cannon battle droid. And this is going to be, I like the radiation cannon. I like it a lot because, hey, you get that, you wound somebody and then they get a poison token, which is really, really nice against somebody who, it's hard to get damage on. It's really good against commanders. It's really good against those little snipers that want to have somebody hidden off in the distance. Well, I hit the unit, and now, oh, by the way, you're taking an extra damage, so that kills your little extra guy that was hiding, your little anchor dude. But with this particular radiation cannon droid, he may be the one that goes a little bit farther forward. So I'm going to also add, I'm going to go ahead and put the B1 security droid. He may be somebody that at some point, maybe later in the game, ends up getting away from everybody else and has to break the chain. And for times like that, we'll give him B1 security droid. And in case he's not, I'm going to also give him HQ uplink. All right, so he is going to be built out pretty well there. But I think at least for the first half of the game, he's going to be in there. And for times when I may need to run Dooku's 1 pip and not get my B1 chain going, then I've got an HQ uplink in there. Now, because I'm a little tighter on points than I'd like to be, I don't think I'm going to be running a whole lot more HQ uplink, so it may just be that one. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and build out our next B1 battle droid, because we are going to have 6 core in this particular build. So that's, it's going to be only 8 activations, but hopefully we'll still have full control here with the tank kind of being our 7th link in the chain. So for our other B1 battle droids, I am going to put the E5C, because, hey, that's a pretty good, that makes for a good strong unit. You've got 6 white dice, you got 9 dice at this point, and you can aim and roll those 9 dice, and hopefully you'll have a surge too from aggressive tactics. I mean, that's just great. That is just really good. So I'm happy with that. We're going to, let's double that one up again. We'll put 2 of those in there. How many can we fit to? Because if we want to, I want to put a single unit of B2 super battle droids in here. I want them to be like the end of the chain. And I want to use some of the new stuff too. So then we're going to build out the B2 super battle droids at this point, and everything that's left we're going to put into extra B1s, because we can always fill out with just naked B1s if we have to. And those can be useful for taking objectives or just staying alive. But at the same time, I definitely want to have at least one of the new B2 super battle droids. So for this one, I'm going to give him we've got the ACM, which is pretty nice, 3 red at range 2, but I do like this longer range option, the 2 to 3. It's 2 red and a white, and it has blast and impact too also. So as tanks come out, impact's going to be something that you may want, and I kind of like the idea of having impact 2 on this core. And it's got cycle, so I'm not going to be stuck having to recover with it. So that's pretty cool. I like that. So we're going to add the Ha, and then we're going to add an extra B2 super battle droid. Since they've got 2 health each, adding 1 is almost like adding 2 to another unit. So that will give me a total of 5 units in here, or otherwise 10 health total. And that's pretty cool. So that'll be a good way to kind of run the B2 Super Battle Droids for now. And this brings us up to 706 points already. So we are running a little bit low on points. So now it's time to add a couple more. We have, how many core do we have? We have 4 core. So we don't have a whole lot more core. We're going to add another B1 battle droid. And this one is going to have the radiation cannon. And that gives us a little bit more. And if we can add one more B1 battle droid by themselves, that's going to bring us up to 800 points. Now that last B1 battle droid by themselves, they are not doing a whole lot. So what we could do, if we want to be fancy, we could drop that HQ uplink all the way down to the B1 battle droid that has no heavy weapon, so he can just sit tight and recover and get that HQ uplink ready again. Or I could leave it up here with the radiation cannon guy, because we've also got the B1 security droid, which if I recover, I could potentially reset both of them. You have the option to do either, but I think in this case, I'm going to move the HQ uplink down to this guy and kind of spread my points out a little bit. So we're going to have our emergency HQ uplink down here for this guy. So while he doesn't have the heavy weapon, at least he's doing some good. Now that is 800 points. That is the whole list. There's really no point at this point for me to go through all of the command cards because, well, we're going to have to use absolutely everything that's there. So boom, 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 boom. And, it's definitely going to be like probably a standing orders start where we give one to the tank and then it chains to everybody else. And we've got Dooku in the pile. Everybody else has a face up and nobody's stuck with AI attack, which is awesome. We can even do that second turn if we really want to, and we can really keep our opponents guessing, which I think will be a lot of fun. So as long as we take it slow and worry about the objective, and then once we're slowly advancing, once we can get to hopefully behind some some concealing terrain, then Dooku can jump out and say, "Surprise! I'm a vampire," and start draining blood, because that's what he does. All right, guys. Well, that is the list. I do have to also one more thing, which is we need to announce our winner of the $25 Amazon gift card giveaway, and that is going to be Fernando Urusha. So congratulations, Fernando. Go ahead and shoot me an email. You can get me your contact information that way, and we'll get you squared away. You can contact me on the about page of my YouTube channel or on crabbok.com under contact me, and we will get you squared away. For everybody else, there is going to be a new round of the giveaway starting here in a few days, so make sure you stay tuned for that. And to enter any of those giveaways, you just have to be a subscriber, leave a comment on this or one of my videos. It's as simple as that. Go ahead and also check out Tabletop Admiral. I am going to put a link to this list in the description below, so be sure to check it out. Let me know what you think. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. I want to thank my patrons. You guys are amazing. Could not do this without you. If you're interested in supporting the channel, there are links also for Patreon as well as other social media. So thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, have a great day.